To put
Hey,
myself in
great
the
Thursday. Hey, great Thursday evening. It is beautiful evening in the city of Brownsville, guys. And it's been a kind of a crazy, wacky day. There's been a lot that's been going on, and just wanted to make sure we caught up. One of the things that, um, for some reason, when you don't when you don't pay your internet bill at Castro Studios, your internet gets turned off. I just realized that. But again, I'm going to think that there's a lot of reasons that we're keeping us a little bit busy and not keeping up in regards to what the hell was going on. Good evening, Joe. How's it going? So I'm doing the Frankie thing. I'm close to McDonald's, and I'm recording from outside the studio, guys. Hey, man. At least I didn't have to go to parking one of the BISD parking lots and record. I guess that's okay. Hey Martha, hey Kenita, hey Joe, how's it going? Miss Miller, miss you, Miss Miller. I'm still waiting for you to come back to San Antonio so we can do the morning shows, Miss Miller. People in the morning actually miss Miller. Miss Miller, Miss Miller, Miss Miller. I'm not exactly sure why, but they should miss her. Cat, how's it going, Cat? Evening cast, yes, the evening show, guys. Nelda, how's it going, dude? Almo, you should come to the house. I got internet. Pa, send me the address. Ahorita me arranco en caliente. No, a little bit late, but next time, Papa. I love you, man. Good evening, Peppermint Patty. Crystal, what's up? Eduardo, good evening, my man. Good to see you guys. Guys, it's been a great day in the city of Brownsville. Weather has been amazing. Everything has been kind of, so-so until the day actually started. And once the day actually started, we started to hear a lot of information come in regards to the happenings. But before we go into the happenings of Brownsville for today's day and everything else going out there, we do have with us, of course, Roman Perez from Real Politics. Roman, how you doing, my man?
Doing okay. Just want to make sure my earphones are not messing up. You're coming in and out a little bit, like sounds a little bit like that. Hopefully, it's just on my end, not on your end. Anybody else hearing that as well? No? Okay, good. I guess it's just me. Anyway, doing good. Doing good. Just saw the swearing in of people at BISD, and apparently now we have no longer little Eddie. It's now President Rona. That's what we have now. Can you believe that?
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in the bit.
President Rona.
That's where we're going, Roman. But you're getting ahead of the game, bro. And of course, we have with us Tony. Tony, how you doing, Tony? Rookie, put up your volume, Rookie.
You're muted a little bit.
I always forget about the mute.
How you doing?
I mute myself as my son yells. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It's been a rough week, but I'm doing good.
Oh, good. What is that, Roman?
That is my new microphone.
Okay, goodness gracious. You scared us there for a little bit.
Well, it doesn't match. It doesn't match the color.
Said Roman, hey, Brownsville Times, the only true news source in the city of Brownsville.
Yeah, Brownsville Times.
I was going to say, hey, this isn't your midnight shows.
No, it's not. It's not. No. I'm just trying to make sure I have this upright just a little bit.
We still have a rated PG show, Roman. So
I'm doing my best. I will do my best.
If you're going to be bringing in any of the
toys, I'll bring it down just a little bit.
That doesn't make it any better, Roman. If you're going to be bringing in any of those toys,
well, where else do you want me to put it? It just
wow, Roman. I don't think again, Roman. This is a rated PG show, Roman.
It's not. It's
not
okay. I'll do my
best. My goodness. You're gonna get me off the air. That's what's gonna happen. Hello.
It already happened to Jessica Bradshaw. So.
Hey, Zenaida, buenas noches. Hey, Hilda, ¿cómo estás, hermosa? Good to see you. And, evening, guys. Oh, what a crazy day. What's it in the air, Brownsville? By the way, Dark Shadow, love you. Going to see you this weekend, Papa. Hey, Michelle. The new board president is now carrying around an oxygen cap. Let that sink in. I think that you saw that somewhere, but we're going to talk about that. I promise you. Hey, Lisa, God bless you. Martha, God bless. Good evening. It is flirting in. Yeah. Good evening, Roman. Waddle on her way outside.
Did you see that?
Yes, we're going to talk about that too. Good to see my co-workers, Miss Tony and us. Roman is AOB just posted the emails of the current board members on their Facebook page. We all should email the new board members and ask that staff not be sent back onto campus. They do not need to. I agree with you. We'll talk about that in a little bit. We'll talk about the meeting that AOB had, which was actually, well, they had a live, which was a great live actually. Roman is president. Rona, if he used his left hand with a sweary lip, Roman would know that. We'll talk about that too. Hey, yo, no, you're looking beautiful. I miss all y'all at LHS. Minerva, she got a plaque for her 12 years of service. I roll. See, court Pinguina, when you get indicted, preach with El COVID. Why would the world with El COVID president be there? It's a good question. We're going to get into that volume. You're blasting everybody's ear.
Okay, I would really. Are you sure? Just a
Yeah.
little bit. Okay. Well, I'll lower the gain a little bit.
As long as it's the ears and not anything else, I think we're doing okay.
Well, no.
Hey,
No,
Rob,
I do. I have the gain as low as you can go, so I don't know where to put this thing.
Lucy, good evening, everyone. La Doña, saludos. Hey, Frank, good evening. Erica, good evening. Guys, I'm going to play devil's advocate here. Marisa and Jessica are already making bad choices. They both voted, and we are going to speak about that, guys. Hey, Jody Lopez. Woo! Guys, let me say that before we go into the meeting tonight, the swearing in, we did have notification this morning. They were going down every single classroom out there at Pace High School, and they were letting individuals know that they need to evacuate campus. And a lot of other individuals that were caught in different other buildings, weren't made aware. They didn't get the memo because it was just a rush, get the heck out of here type of situation. And again, it's very, very telling. And let me say this before I go to Roman and to Tony. Guys, 3 days ago, we posted on here, guys. We talked about how, there was an individual JV football, how the football and the other individuals had tested positive out there in Pace. And I just tonight, and Lorenzo is not going to let me lie. I just tonight went back and saw some comments. People were going like, oh, this is not true. Y'all are lying. Y'all are causing rumors and stuff. 3 days ago, guys. And guess what? Today, they're out there saying everyone back home. That's how crazy this thing is, folks. So, guys, all of y'all out there that were saying, oh, and really, the truth is there are so many comments on my pages. I don't get to all of them. So just today, I saw a comment because Lorenzo was out there commenting with these individuals, and he let them know exactly the same thing. So now do you still think it's a rumor? Now do you still think all people are just trying to make up lies and trying to lift el polvo? No, guys, this is a very real thing. Our students, our teachers, our staff, they are in harm's way as long as they continue to go back on campus, guys. Again, why there are still some people, and these people work at BISD, why there are still some people working at BISD who still don't see the imminent danger, the great threat this is, really boggles my mind, Roman.
Yeah, I don't know why we don't think of it as a threat. It is a threat, and it's crazy that we have such secrecy. I'm hoping that the new board will have less secrecy and tell everybody who has the Rona and who doesn't have the Rona. I know we have to worry about HIPAA violations potentially, but I think it's important that we, the community, know where it is, considering that we now have, what's the word, a curfew more extended. I think you posted last night what I had said, which was we now have more trucks coming into the RGV as we do over in El Paso. And so we still are a hotspot, whether we want to believe it or not. But I guess they don't care. President Rona doesn't care anymore. I mean, where was he when he got sworn in? I know you want to talk about it, but I want to know where he was.
Yeah, before we go into it, he was actually in the kitchen at the cab. So
Lovely.
the only thing that was separating President Little Eddie was a curtain. And it's again, we'll go into it in a bit. But what's your thoughts on our students? Having to evacuate the school, our staff to evacuate schools, and them continuing to have to evacuate schools.
Yeah. Who, me or Tony?
Joni.
Oh, you're muted, Tony.
I quite frankly, I don't understand why we have some students on campus, but I don't know. I didn't know there was like a lot at Pace. Did they have more or? because we only have like a very limited amount of numbers at our campus, very small limited amount, and they are very separated. We don't have like a crowded room or anything, so and we've been fine. But like I said, it's been a very limited number, and I don't know, is Pace just not cleaning, or are they just not? What's going on at Pace?
I don't know exactly what. I think again, what's going to happen, even with a limited amount of students out there, we have to understand that we do have a lot of staff on campuses, guys. And again, I'm not. I hate saying this like this. It's not that I'm overly concerned about the students, which I am, because we do know that they fare fairly well when it comes to Rona. I'm more concerned about our
Not the
staff
adults.
and the adults that actually have underlying conditions. Not only that, guys, again, a lot of people say, well, the students are going to be okay. And I agree with that. The
But
problem
not
is
the
that,
adults.
exactamente, the problem is that students become carriers, and this is science. It's not something that anybody's making up. The students become carriers. And when the students are carriers, they're taking one to another student, to another student, to another student. And then all these individuals go home. And they go home to something that I think Roman and I are very familiar with, to grandparent home. La tia solterona, they have to go wait with the tia solterona till mama and papa gets back home. And if that's the case, guys, then we are not only putting our staff in danger, we're putting the whole community in danger, because these individuals have to go back home. Have to go back home. Does that make sense, Roman?
Absolutely. And I don't understand why we haven't figured that out and why nobody seems to care right now. You had how many people at CAB today? They're not setting a very, very good example. Our community is in danger of coronavirus getting even worse. And until we figure this
Love
out,
you,
until
Dave.
we stop doing what we've been doing, which is not caring about the virus, we're going to continue to have to do the face mask and continue having, we're never going to be able to go back to school the way we acting as a community. And because of our leadership, our blind leadership, it seems like.
But
It is.
it's like you said, as a community, we should come together. Like, I understand that people also want their kids to come back home to school, but how do you want them to come back to school when you're not practicing that social distancing when you are at home? Instead, you're doing everything and whatever you want to do. At the end of the day, you send them to school whether they're sick or not. And like they said, the kids may not get affected as much, but we, the adults, might. And then we bring it home to our families. And I still hang out with my sister next door because she's my neighbor, and I only hang out with her. So if I bring it home, I'm bringing it home to them. They're the only people that I see, and so that's my problem. Is like, why can't people understand that it's not safe? It's not going to be safe.
It's
At
not safe.
our school, the only reason why it's working is because none of the teachers are there. There's only like 5 teachers there with like 5 students. That's the only reason why it's working. But if we come time Monday when everybody's there back at school, that's not going to fare well,
It's not going
because
to
we
work.
don't know where these
Are
people were over the weekend.
No,
are we
most
led to
infections that ever before. I'm sorry.
So Eater is saying that this is the most infections we've ever had ever, and that surprises me considering that the reports that we're getting from the county doesn't show that. It's just showing 40 or 50 or something. It's not even. So what
Yeah.
is Eater seeing, and what are other people seeing that we're not the public being able to see?
The problem, Roman, is that Eder, Dr. Teresa Saavedra, and other individuals, they're on the front line. There's, Dr. Jamil, individuals that we've had, Dr. And they're on the front line. They see cases as they come in. They're the ones that we should be consulting with. Unfortunately for us, if we haven't learned the lesson in regards to the county numbers by now, we need to learn it today. The county has lied to us in regards to the numbers. They fudged up the numbers. They've made mistakes on there. They caused a false sense of security for a lot of individuals in our community. And what happened with that, it was a lot of the decisions that our district made, that the superintendent made, again, were made based on those numbers. Now, Tony knows, we all know, everyone that works for BISD is going back on campus on Monday. Everyone is going back on campus on Monday. Based on what? Someone was asking me, why is the superintendent doing this? The answer is very simple. He has no vested interest in this district. Zero. No vested. He does not live here. He has zero vested interest in this district. His family's not here. Nothing. So at the end of the day, the only thing that he cares about is making sure that the attendance is there, the students are there, because the only thing that he is protecting, and these at AAs that are protecting, are their salaries, their paychecks. Now, with that, We're going to lose students. And listen to what I'm saying. We're going to lose students. It's a given. We're going to have to start to make cuts. And Jessica Gonzalez, Marisa Leal, they're going to get a ruling very, very soon when the superintendent starts to state that they're going to have to lay off and, by attrition, get rid of a lot of the individuals at the bottom. They will never be cut from the top, and that's where they have to cut from. And that's what we have to continuously ask Marisa, Jessica, or any other board member that we have communication with, talking to everyone. We have to let them know, do not cut from the bottom. If you are going to cut personnel from the top. We are way top heavy.
Didn't you say they just hired some areas?
11 11 administrators and one food nutritional services supervisor, because she's a buddy of this wonky, really crazy wacko FNS director, Laura Villarreal, who again was out there taunting that, because the new board didn't come in, she's not going to get it. So there, let me tell you guys, is that if the new board opts not to audit the federal funds controlled by Mary Tolman, Sandra Powers out there in athletics, or Laura Villarreal in food nutritional services, let me tell you, if they continuously refuse, then let me tell you guys, they are all in for an awakening when they start to hear the FBI, federal government knocking on the doors, because those are all federal funds that they're dealing with. Federal funds. With that said, guys, today we did have the swearing in of the board. Roman, you're nipping at the bit. Go for it, Roman.
Oh, elbow cough. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. You don't like. Oh, okay.
Go.
No, yeah, we had a swearing-in ceremonies. Denise and Jessica were the only ones who didn't give a speech for whatever reason. I don't know what happened to this organization at the BISD board. I'm very disappointed that Judge Leal gave like tons longer speeches than anybody else. My personal favorite was probably your friend Minerva. I guess basically giving up that she's not going to get for a re-election, which I should say. And then she went off to the side, and then your other friend, Patrick Hammonds, gives a speech, and I guess he didn't like the mask on him and just took it off and just started speaking in front of a microphone. Then behind him, I guess you had Minerva just, I want to say waddle off to the right and left, and I was really disturbed. I don't know what was most disturbing, that or the fact that President Rona was elected by all 6 of these women. And I think it's embarrassing, and I think it's dumb, all 6 of them. I don't care who you are. The fact that you voted for President Rona is shameful. And I'll say it, because if we're supposed to be a community that cares about coronavirus, how can you give the one guy who has a green oxygen tank behind him, having to be segregated from everybody else, I guess in the kitchen, and you're going to make him president? What kind of an example are you leaving for our community, that all 6 of you women decided you all couldn't pick it out between the 6 of you all to not choose that guy? Seriously? And it's all of y'all, every single one of you.
It was a 7-0 vote.
Well, I'm going to say it because I don't count President Rona voting for himself. But you had 6 women there who probably could have been president, and he chose the one guy who lead the example. I joke, maybe because he's a police officer, and maybe a couple of them that are on the board were like, oh, maybe the FBI won't come after us if we leave a president. And the president of our board is an officer. The FBI will leave us alone.
Not going to happen. Well, again, guys, look, guys, it goes back to the culture of hiding everything, guys. They tried to hide the oxygen tank. They failed. They tried to hide the oxygen tank. They failed. It is very indicative. So the president of the board, Little Eddie now he has a big title. So now Little Eddie doesn't think that he's little anymore. And Little Eddie, you will always be Little Eddie as long as you do petty stuff as this and insisting that you become president of this board. President of the board at a time when you are positive for Rona. And guys, and a lot of people, there was a lot of discussion on the AOBE little live, whether, was he positive? Was he negative? Was he positive? Was he negative? If he would have been negative, Roman, there's no reason why he couldn't been there to do it publicly with everybody else. The fact of the matter is he is positive, and we've been saying for a month now. And besides, let me tell you, the family was saying, "Oh, Erasmo, that's just Erasmo's lying." Again, misinformation, is not telling the truth. No, guys, now you know the facts. He was, it was positive. And bless him. Hope he recovers and everything. Now is not the time. It is petty. It is wrong. It sends a horrible message to staff that doesn't matter if you're positive. You still appear for events. You still appear to a jam-packed cafeteria out there, and you still become president of a board. You lead a district who is terrified of going back onto campus because of what they're going to bring home.
And apparently, we shouldn't be terrified because they just elected President Rona. And again, we don't know for a fact whether he has it, but he has an oxygen tank. He had difficulty breathing. He was segregated. Everything points to that. Why were you all doing that if you didn't have it? Just tell us. Why are you hiding this? I know. I know. They just
quacks like a duck.
I understand that, but why? Why are they
like
hiding
a penguin?
It? I just don't understand why they can't just tell us. They should just tell us. Be honest. Be open about it. That he had it, and now you just elected the guy with Rona. That just tell us that you all didn't care. That all this crap about, oh, we don't want the teachers to go back to school. I mean, why? Or we don't want the students to go back. We want to protect them. Why? Why does it matter anymore? It doesn't matter. You just elected the one guy. The one guy. You made him that. That was
Tony,
dumb.
It was Tony. What's your take on going back? Everyone going back on campus, staff on Monday.
I think it's scary because it's going to be a full. I mean, right now we don't have anybody on campus. We have a very limited amount of people on campus, and I'm outside in the portable, so that's a good thing. But I feel like now I will be wearing my heavy duty mask because everybody's going to be there, you know, and it is scary. Hi, Mom. It is scary. And, you know, the infection rate is high. Like you said, people are not testing still, and the numbers are not being truthful with numbers. They're not doing contact tracing, which is, you know, I think they should start doing contact tracing, because that's where we know where we can get it from and who has it and who doesn't. And that's where people let other people know, hey, you were with this person and this person had it, or, you know, whichever. And we're not doing that here in Brownsville. We need to find a way to ramp up our testing again, because the numbers are getting high, and we haven't even finished the first wave yet, and we're already getting another one. We're at the highest numbers that we've ever had throughout this whole pandemic. And it's not getting better, and it's not going to get better.
It's not. And Roman is spitting out truth. Man, Roman's on fire.
I'm fire. No,
Fire.
It's frustrating, Erasmo. I mean, you supposedly have 6 competent women there. Why not? I'm like, I'm gonna say, I mean, they were elected. You know, they were elected. Just do me a favor, find clothes that fit, ladies. Just do that. You know, just
Roman.
No, I'm not
You're
saying
fire.
it. That's not me. That's the people that watched it on live with us in Real Politics. They were like, why can't some people wear clothes that fit? Like, I only have like 10 shirts, so that's all I got. Yo soy pobre. I'm not. I mean, I wasn't elected to some place, and then I'm gonna get a bunch of donations because vendors want to, you know, erase my debt when I run. But regardless, why are these people voting for this guy? If you're gonna set an example, say, you know what? Why was he even there?
You should.
Why not do a Zoom meeting or a Google Hangout or whatever the heck they want to do? He doesn't have to be there. Pobre Judge Cisneros. Could you imagine?
Well,
I mean, he doesn't look like the healthiest guy in the world.
No.
You know?
And I have a question. If he had an oxygen tank, did he have that little thing for his face?
I didn't see it, but then again, it was poor quality.
Because if he is doing that oxygen, I mean, where is that oxygen going? Isn't it spreading all over inside that building where he's at?
Question.
Again, Erasmo, Daniel will elect these board presidents based on leadership. They elect them based on control. Again, and that's the next thing we're going to be talking about tomorrow. It's infuriating that we get Rona running rampant in schools like Pace, and these idiots at the board have not voted for a Rona-infested board member. Exactly. Sorry, I'm losing. I think
It's okay. And I know last night, what was it? Last night, the night before, Erasmo, I think it was Tuesday night, you had me on, and we were saying, give the board time, give them until January. But this is ridiculous. I mean, ridiculous. You did not have to vote for him. I mean, vote for Drew. Vote for Drew. Drew, she was what, vice president? Now she's secretary?
Yeah.
And then Dr. Prissy becomes, how did that happen? Why did you demote Drew?
At the end of the day, the right thing would have been for Drew to step in as the vice president,
I guess.
and give her a couple of meetings. But again, I think the indictment thing is looming over their head right now, which is something that we'll talk a little bit about more tomorrow. Guys, I'm going to do a quick 5 more minutes, guys, and I'm sorry, but again, my internet where I'm at is not doing too well. And then, Roman, are you going to have a minute show?
Yeah, we probably will.
All right.
I'm depending on Manny. Depends on Manny.
Good, guys. I'll if Roman invites me, I'll go back to his midnight show and be at a better place at home where I
Yeah.
could actually have good internet, guys. And if y'all don't mind coming back to Real Politics later on tonight, guys,
Yeah, like
and,
our
we'll
page.
do that.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave it at that for right now. We'll come back later on tonight, Roman. At what time?
Probably about 11:30, depending on Manny when he gets off work.
Guys, 11:30 we'll be at Real Politics, and we'll stream from there. And I'll try to stream on mine as well. If guys, Tony, last words.
I just wanted to say hi to my family, to Adalia. And Miss Foltz, I just wanted to say we do miss you at Lopez High School, and you were an amazing teacher, and we need more teachers like you back at Lopez.
Yeah, 100%. I love Ms. Foltz. Roman, last words before we leave.
And God bless all our new board members, including Elizabeth Ramos over in Kingsville, who apparently was sworn in today. We were unable to stream it, so congratulations, Elizabeth. Congratulations to all of you all. I hope that you all will make a much better decision going forth. I am disappointed, but I wish them well, and because if we need them, we need to make good decisions for our kids, for our community.
We do.
And so I pray that they do. Congratulations again.
Guys, have a great evening. Stay safe. Use face masks, hand sanitizer, social distance. Guys, please continue to be good to each other. Please continue to be good to me. God bless. Adios.